I warned you guys that you'd be sick of me today because this is my fourth video for the day. This video is me showing you the books that came out this month that I now own. So this is my February book release haul. Mind you, this video is going to take a minute. It's going to be a little bit because there was a lot more than I thought. So first, let me pull up my list because I like to do them in order of when they came out. So, the first book that I will be showing you is All the Ties of Faith by Adeline Grace. Isn't it so pretty? Look at the spine. That's so pretty. This book is the sequel to All the Stars and Teeth, and this is just as pretty, to be honest. The spine is also very pretty. So this is the sequel to this book. I'm pretty sure that this is I think this is a duology. And so I think this is the last book in the series. But they're super pretty. And so this came out February 2nd. And then we have Yesterday's History. This is, I don't know. I just kept seeing a lot about this on Instagram, so I was like, may as well try it out. A little less than 24 hours ago, you did something extraordinary, something you might not understand, might want to think was a dream or can't explain. I'm here to tell you that what happened to you did actually happen. You did jump through time, and you are, for all intents and purposes, a time traveler. So, I'm pretty sure this obviously is about time traveling, but I'm also pretty sure that this book is gay, which is a big motivator for me getting it. And also, isn't this cover just really nice? And this also came out February 2nd. The next book that I will be showing you is What Big Teeth. And so, obviously, just by looking at it, it seems like it might be... Mind you, I have not read any of these books, but... And so I'm pretty sure that this has at least somewhat influenced, at least a little bit by Red Riding Hood, but I don't think it's just like a Red Riding Hood retelling. My grandfather's face was the only one I remembered most vividly from my childhood, but I didn't feel the way I used to when I looked at him. I was afraid. What you see isn't always what you get. So it seems like this story is about a story of this girl who has been estranged from her family. But then, at one point, she does have to go back home. And so, she has to struggle to fit in with her monstrous relatives.
And I'm back.
And so, yes. What Big Teeth, this also came out February 2nd.
Oh, it's a YouTube video.
Yes, it's a YouTube video. My friend Tamia is, once again, still on my FaceTime call.
Hello.
I guess you can see her. There she is. And then next up is Love is a Revolution by Renee Watson. Isn't this cover so pretty? Yes. I don't normally like green, but it's a really nice shade of green.
Oh.
The most radical thing you can do is love yourself and each other. So, I chose this book because, fat representation, black representation, it's super pretty, and I like the author. So I was like, you know what? I need to pre-order this book. A majority of these books were pre-orders. Because I pre-order a lot. So can you imagine, once you see how many books that are right next to me, just how many pre-orders that was. Another book that came out February 2nd was The Project by Courtney Summers. This is another book that I am not completely sure is about. The Unity Project stole my sister, murdered my son, saved my life. Are you ready to belong? You've been chosen. So, after a tragic accident kills most of her family, leaves behind her sister Lo on the brink of death, Bia Denham is desperate for a miracle. So my sister Lo awakes in the ICU to find her parents are dead and her sister abandoned her for the Unity Project. Murdered my son. Years later, when a man shows up At the magazine, Lowe works for claiming the Unity Project killed his son. Lowe sees the perfect opportunity to expose the group and reunite with Bia once and for all. So, it's a lot to unpack there. It seems really interesting, though. This was another book that I just saw a lot of, and I was like, you know what? I should, oh my god. This is my first time looking inside the cover. I forget to do that sometimes. And I'm so glad I did. There is no flaw in you. Oh, that's so nice. Tamia. Look.
Your screen's black.
Oh, it's still facing me, huh? I mean, my legs.
Ooh, I love that. Wait, let me see the jacket. Ooh, I like both of them.
Well, I like the jacket, obviously. I just hadn't looked inside the cover yet. Like, I never did it this time. I also like the end pages a lot. Those are really nice. That just made me a lot more excited because I genuinely hadn't looked inside the inside cover yet. I get so many books that I often forget to. I love looking at the inside covers, but I've just gotten so many books that I've failed to do that recently. Winter's Orbit, another book that came out February 2nd by Everina Maxwell. It's gay and based in space. What more can you ask for? One match can light up an empire. So,
I guess you can say it's gay space.
that wasn't funny. She thinks she's funny sometimes and she's not. So this is another book. Oh, the end pages are so pretty. I really need to start looking inside more. It takes me so long to get around to reading books that oh, it's such a pretty shade of blue.
Yes, it is.
It's such a pretty shade of blue. I really need to start looking inside these books more often because it's so pretty. And these end pages, Tamia, the end pages are just beautiful.
Ooh, sparkly.
It's not sparkly.
Translucent.
It's not that either.
Oh, look.
It's and then last book from February 2nd. These were all books just from February 2nd alone. Just that's it. This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. I honestly only just got this book today, but it was a February book because it was my Rainbow Crate book box didn't get here until today. So this was February's book for Rainbow Crate, and this is I'm excited about this because asexual representation and it's about automatons and stuff. Change your fate, pay the price. And then on to February 9th books. This is another book that it was a February book, but I did not get today because it was in my Owl Crate box. Actually, I did own this before then, but so now I own this twice. But I decided to show the Owl Crate version instead of the original. But February 9th, the Gilded Ones. Isn't it so pretty? Are we girls or are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive? Outcast by blood, warriors by choice. The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. It's so pretty. And just, you gotta look at you gotta look at that. Look at how pretty. I love that green so much. But yes, and it's signed, of course. I have so many more books to get through and I've taken so long just showing these few. And then there's Curse of the Divine. I forgot to get the first book. This is a sequel to Ink in the Blood. I think it's Ink in the Blood. This is a sequel to Ink in the Blood. My copy is in my closet somewhere and I forgot to pull it out to show it to you with this, but it is very pretty. I didn't think there was... Oh, the spine is super nice. I didn't look at the spine before now. We both know our battle isn't over, Inkling. I don't really read series until they're completed, so I have no idea. I do not remember what the first book is about. But it's super nice, and this is a sequel. This is a duology, so this is the last book. One illusion can change your reality. And then, not quite out. I got it because it was gay, and if it's not gay, what are you doing with your life, right? And it's also really pretty. I've survived this long in the closet. Another few decades won't hurt. It's just so nice. I can't wait to read it. Da-da-da. which one? As Far as You'll Take Me. As Far as You'll Take Me is by Phil Stamper, and he wrote, I think it was The Gravity of Us, which I own, haven't read yet, but so I was like, I own that one. I also want to own this one, but also it seems like it'll be really interesting, and it's gay, so what more can you ask for? It's also blue. And then I have a faux love story. Basically, I think the main characters have their parents own rivaling restaurants or something. Yeah, so both their parents own faux restaurants, and so they're basically rivals. It's basically a faux Romeo and Juliet story. But that's by Lonely. Came out February 9th. And then Stormbreak also came out February 9th. This is the third book in the Seafire series. I'm pretty sure my first two books are in storage, so I don't have them to show you. But this cover is beautiful, I swear. It's so pretty, and it's so shiny. Look at these badass women. I love them so much. It's the Gilded Ones, Curse of Divine, I Quite Out Stormbreak, First You'll Take Me Far Love Story, and The Girl from Shadow Springs. Haha, don't fall, please. So this, Ellie Cipher, The Girl from Shadow Springs. Basically, the world has turned to chaos. The world is chaos, and everyone in Shadow Springs knows that no one will survive crossing the flats. But basically, Jory and her sister are forced to travel across it, and now they have to beat the clock in order to save. Jory has to beat the clock in order to save her sister, or something of the sort. And I was like, that seems pretty interesting. I almost didn't get it, to be honest, and I was like, may as well. Can't say no to a book. Something on my finger. I'm kind of trying to rush through these because so many of them. Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron. Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron is the sequel to Kingdom of Souls. Aren't they so beautiful together? Like, tell me they're not. Tell me. It's beautiful. A prince repelled by magic, a king bent on revenge, a witch doctor who does not walk alone. This is going to be fantastic. Of course, as always, haven't read them because the series is not completed. And I don't read incomplete series if I can help it. And then A Court of Silver Flames. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I didn't actually want this book. But, you know, I had a discount. And it's the fourth book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Yes, A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And I own the first three. So I was like, may as well. But I truly didn't actually want it. And I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. And also, the cover is it's just not cute. This is not remotely attractive, and it's not in theme with the first three books. But, you know, it was discounted, and I was like, may as well own the full series, you know? Why not? Then we have Amelia Unabridged. It's so pretty. It's by Ashley Schmacher. Maker, I don't know. It's never too late to start a new chapter. I don't actually know what this is about. Sometimes you just see books and it's so pretty and you're like, I want it. And it's relatively thin, so it should be a quick read, and it's so pretty. And then we have Bloodsworn, which is the sequel to Ash Lords. Both are by Scott Rainton. They're so pretty. They're just so pretty. I couldn't tell you what they're about because I have heard of them for the first time when I saw this, and I was like, may as well get it. And then I was like, oh, it's a sequel to something. And then I was like, let's get it because they're so pretty. Champions are not born, they're made. The fight for true freedom is here. That is all I can tell you, but they're so pretty together. Do not judge me for how many of these books. I have no idea what they're about. The Wide Starlight is also another one that's super pretty. So pretty. By Nicole Lesperance. The northern lights filled the sky so completely that no black was visible. No stars, no moon, a million dazzling shades of emerald and amethyst, swirling so slowly that it felt like the earth was moving while they stood still. Never whistle at the northern lights, the story goes, or they'll sweep down from the sky and carry you away. So this one is basically where her mom whistled at the lights and then vanished. And now her mother reappears briefly and tells her to come find her. And that seems really interesting. And the cover is just so freaking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Look, when I tell you. And then getting into the good stuff. Now, February 23rd. Dark and Hollow Star. Isn't this just beautiful? It's just magnificent. It was thicker than I imagined too. I've been so excited for this. Nothing is more dangerous than a fairy tale. Haha, it's a pun because a fairy spelled like fairy, like the fairy. Her fate was now up to her, and if the oh so powerful deities
Daddies.
yeah, it's Tyler's fault. Tyler did it before, and I end up doing it now. Deities weren't brave enough to destroy her. She was going to make them regret letting her discover how satisfying it was to watch things burn. Doesn't it just sound so enticing? Don't you just want to be like, yes, queen?
Yes, queen.
Choose your player. The Ironborn half-fate outcast of her royal family. A tempestuous fury exiles Earth from the immortal realm and hell-bent on revenge. A dutiful Fae prince determined to earn his place on the throne. The prince's brooding guardian burdened with a terrible secret. Dark and Hollow Star. It's going to be magnificent. But it's part of a series, so I have to wait until it's completed.
I choose the one that said something hell-bent.
Oh, okay. I wasn't actually asking you.
Oh, it said choose your character. I thought we were actually like...
It said choose your player. That's what the thing said.
Yeah.
All right. She's special. Don't mind her. Then we have Like Home. It's gay. And it's a pretty cover. That's all I can truly tell you. I caught it. Got it. Almost fell, but got it. But yes, this has some gayness in it. And so... Oh, and it was by a black author. It's an Own Voices book. So I was like, it has to do it. And if Namina Forna says read it, then I'm going for it. And the author of Ace of Spades, going for it. Like, you just can't not. It's so pretty.
Just
ain't not. Then there's Love is for Losers. Which is also gay. Well, I will never fall in love, and what a stupid expression that is in the first place. To fall in love like you fall into a ditch or something. Maybe people need to look where they're going. Did you know you can marry yourself? How strange, brilliant is that? So yes, basically, it seems like she doesn't truly believe in love, and she's like, it's just a chemical reaction. But then, of course, we can all probably guess that she's going to fall in love. Then we have Honey Girl. Now I'm so excited for this. I'm sorry that my camera is just bouncing away because I'm bouncing on the bed. But Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. I'm so excited. I literally signed up for a book box subscription. Not a book box, a book of the month subscription. Just to get this book in hardback. Like, look at how pretty and magnificent this book is. I signed up just I was never going to do book of the month. I wasn't going to do it. And then this was February's book of the month. And I was like, gotta do it. Gotta do it. And I'm so excited I did. And then last but not least, some other now. All I remember about this is that there's fake dating and representation. We get some POCs. And so I was like, you know what? Representation, fake dating, I'm all for it. Let's give it a go. So, if you bother to count, that's 24 books that came out in February that I now own. So this video is the longest video that I've ever recorded for YouTube or anything, to be honest. And now I'm tired of speaking and my throat is dry. And so, yeah, I hope someone bothered to stay for the full however long. And I hope that you've gotten some great books to read, because when I tell you that all 24 of these seem absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited for all of them, I 100% recommend any of these. All right, goodbye.